Welcome to NextHome's webinar series. In this session, we'll talk about influencer marketing, something that's often not considered in the new home and condo building space. My name is Rachel Fedema, and I'm a digital strategist with NextHome.
And my name is Haley Fairclough, and I'm a digital specialist with NextHome.
Influencer marketing. Word of mouth is one of the most powerful and trusted forms of marketing. A recommendation from a close friend, family member, or role model can be more persuasive than an online ad. Influencer marketing is a type of social media marketing that uses endorsements from individuals who have a dedicated social following and are often viewed as experts in their role or niche. So using influencer marketing, you can leverage the power of word of mouth on social media. Actually, 92% of consumers trust recommendations from friends, family, and influencers, and 74% of consumers use social media to make purchasing decisions. Trust is a huge motivator for consumers. After the Cambridge Analytica scandal, we've really seen a huge decrease in trust. Very few people now trust what they see on social media, and using an influencer is a way to kind of get past that barrier. And social presence, the amount of content that is being produced on social media is consistently increasing year over year. And we've even seen another large boom just due to the pandemic recently. And your organic posts and content can really get lost in that noise. So another way to kind of cut through that is to use an influencer who can ensure that your message is going to get through to their followers.
So who is an influencer? An influencer can be considered anyone who has an engaged following, not just including celebrities. Influencers come in many shapes and sizes, and we can typically break them down into three categories. We have macro influencers that have typically over 500,000 followers, and this is where your celebrities and athletes will fall into. They produce higher quality content that has a defined theme. People usually follow these influencers because they're fans. Then we have micro-influencers with 5,000 to 100,000 followers. They're seen as more genuine. They're a localized influencer that has a closer relationship with their followers. Campaigns in this tier see an increased engagement and cost-effective awareness. Nano-influencers have 1,000 to 5,000 followers. Similar to the micro-influencers, our nano-influencers are seen as more genuine. They are the most approachable and have strong relationships with their followers. However, their style is usually less polished, and they may need more guidance when creating content. It's easy to think that more followers equals more influence. However, micro and nano influencers are hitting a core audience that has made a conscious decision to follow them because they share interests, and not only because they're fans. Nano and micro influencers generate 7 times more engagement than macro influencers. And 83% of consumers trust the recommendations of micro influencers over any other form of branded advertising.
So why should you use influencer marketing? We've outlined some kind of top reasons here for you to consider. The first one primarily being humanize your brand. You can take advantage of the trust that's been built up between an influencer and their following that they've developed and partner with them to increase your brand awareness to their niche communities using their trusted voice. And kind of just bringing back that stat we had mentioned earlier, 92% of consumers trust the recommendations from friends, family, and influencers. So it's a really powerful tool to use for your brand. You can also drive growth and generate leads at a very low price. Collaborating with influencers can have a really high return on investment. You can also gain, new high quality engaging content for your campaigns. When you're kind of coordinating with an influencer, you can make an arrangement for you to be able to use some of the content that they produce for you in other campaigns. Again, this is going to humanize your brand. You can also get in front of potential customers who might not be seeing your online ads elsewhere. 26% of desktop and 15% of mobile users use some kind of ad blocker. So they are quite possibly not seeing some of the other paid content that you're producing, and influencers is a great way to get around that barrier.
So we've highlighted a couple of examples on how you can use influencers for your brand. Sample Home Builder Influencer Campaign can be arranging for influencers in your target demographic to visit your show homes with their families. They'll create and socialize content documenting the experience, talk about your brand, and the home features. For a sample community developer campaign, you can arrange for influencers to visit your community and create content highlighting particular community features and where to find show homes. This is also a great way to promote your sponsored events within the community.
So how do you find influencers? We can help you identify quality influencers in your local area that'll be a good fit for your brand and objectives. It's really important to find a good fit for this kind of partnership because the influencer is going to be representing your brand. And we can help with that process. We can analyze the influencer's performance, ensure they have a genuine following, and also ensure that they have a high engagement rate with their followers. We have packages starting at $17.50, and it's entirely customizable to your needs. Thank you for joining us. And if you have any questions, don't hesitate to connect with us at digitalsupport@nexthome.ca. or contact your senior media consultant for more info about setting up an influencer campaign for your brand.
Don't forget to subscribe and follow us for more content.